I just wanted to go out knowing I get my own. So when that changed, and that's when you see all the hardware, the leather improvements. And surely enough, it's just one thing after another. I just start to catch a little break here, a little break there. And here in 2018, we are still in business. And yeah, our fans are slowly growing. So
Yeah.
it's good. But I think they're supporting me because they support the way I'm doing it. So, I mean, I'll tell all my people, this is, it doesn't matter how big we grow or how famous we become, this is how we're going to do now, and this is how we're going to be doing hundreds from now on, you know?
Right. This is Sandast.
Yeah.
It's not.
Exactly.
We're not outsourcing.
Handmade,
Yeah.
genuine leather, and that's who we are.
Can you talk a little bit, just so people understand what that means when you're talking about how difficult it is to source the hardware,
Yes.
and the leather and the zippers and what you're going for, right? Because just for people that are watching, they may not have an appreciation for.
Yes.
We'll just go get some D-rings.
Okay. The perfect example is the other backpack.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get it. Hold on. This is.
So this is the Gregory backpack.
Okay. Holy moly, that is nice.
Now this has got the buckles, but the one thing about this thing is this is the snap magnets.
Okay, so they're not the actual buckle,
There's
right?
not actual
Okay.
buckles. All about our design is I want to make this classical American classic design.
Right.
It'll never go out of style, but it has to be functional. Because I don't have a time to unbuckle and buckle every 5 minutes every time I try to use the bag.
Right.
So it has to be functional while maintaining the classical design. Now this is a backpack, so the security has to come into consideration as well.
Right.
Now, the conventional snap magnets from China, even Italy, I would not have used it. But this particular snap magnet, I've came across this particular company in Italy. I'm not going to tell you where.
You gotta keep some of your major secrets, right? You gotta protect
But
them.
this particular company in Italy, this is the only thing they make. Snap magnets. And now each particular magnet, they can hold up to about 6 kilograms, which is about, with the two, that's 12 kilo, which is about 22 pounds. Now, I don't think anyone will carry more than 22 pounds in the backpack.
Right. It's not a military pack.
Absolutely not. If you're military, you gotta let me know so I can change the actual buckles.
Right.
But that's exactly what we're talking about. It's a little, as I study more and as I'm learning more about the design of leather craft, whenever I see a small improvement that can be made, I'm making the improvement. And that's how our journey has been. It's not like, if you want to go from A to Z, you got to go through B first,
Right.
before getting to the Z. There's no such thing as a loop or lip.
There's no like leapfrogging. You gotta go through the pain and you're gonna get there, yeah.
So I believe we are still, I'm not going to say we make the most perfect products, because I don't know if there's such a thing, but our goal is make the small improvements wherever we see needed and wherever we see find the solution, and that's our journey. So, it is Gregory backpack for now, but like I say, if I see a better material, better leather, better whatever, we'll keep on making that improvement. And that's who we are.
Talk about this bag, because this bag gets a lot of sort of accolades. Like,
Yes.
people are very excited about this bag. And I'm just going to turn it a little because I want to show you. You can go out and get a leather backpack any number of places, but
Yes.
you aren't going out and getting a backpack that has this level of braiding here, this level of detail. How many people in your company do the braiding?
The Rosa is the person who does the braiding, and she's the only person that does it because she's the best at it. There's so many different techniques when it comes to braiding. It could be the simple to very most. This is one of the most sophisticated, most difficult braiding there is. In order to, each line, you have to go in and out and in to make the one part. Now, while she's braiding, it has to stay on the top throughout. And she's using this needle, and then the braid, the actual, the braid is this long. So while she's doing this, she has to make sure everything's one surface. Because if she twists it, she has to start all over again.
Oh my gosh.
So this is, it's not only the precision, patience, and the focus. Everything has to come in a one play to get this thing done. And there's not too many people who can do this to the quality that she's able to. And she's one of our jewels.
And I think that's, word, that's Sandast, right? I mean, that's precision and process and patience. So, because a lot of times you buy a bag, it's not unique to have a pocket on the exterior leather bag, but what do? They just cut it, and you see the raw edge. But here, they braid the top. So it's just a level of detail, and even up here, right? You could snap the top. It's just everything is. And talk about your handles, because they're not just the leather, they're padded.
They're padded. I mean, this is another improvement we made in 2017. Our strap did not have the padded, but as I was wearing and using it, you know what? Maybe it would be better if it gets a little softer. So that, again, the little improvement as we go on. So since 2007, last year, we started to put all the padding on entire straps, so it gets more comfort. Now, if there's, like I say, if there's another way that I came across that can enhance the wear, it will be implemented, like little by little.
Yeah, I was reading about this process and I forgot the term, so forgive me. It was this Japanese concept of continuous improvement.
Yes.
And it's the idea that, like, if I want to start becoming a morning person and normally I wake up at 10, I don't wake up tomorrow and set the alarm for 5. Tomorrow I set the alarm for 9:50, and then it's 9:40, and the idea is you will get there. And I feel like that's sort of what Sandast is, right? That you're on the search for continuous improvement, not perfection.
Yes. And I think, it's kind of funny that you brought that particular concept, because, another thing about collection is because everything is made one by hand. It's all about personalization and customization, because I really don't see a bag as just an accessory. And I'm a firm believer, I understand for women it's a different story. For men, I don't understand why we need to have more than 2 briefcases. It's just my personal...
Okay, I'm not sure about that. I have a whole lot of bags.
As men, woman is different story. I find out. For men, we just need one backpack,
right?
One briefcase, one travel duffel, and one weekend bag. And I think that's all you need to own. Like, for example, like this backpack is my personal backpack, and because I carry this all the time, I have one of my favorite teachers, which is Confucius, and his teaching inscribed on it.
What does it say?
It says,
I don't have glasses on, so I apologize.
"He who wishes to move the mountain must move one stone with utmost sincerity." But that's exactly my approach in life, my approach in design, my approach in business. If I want to achieve something grand, like let's say if I want to make a most perfect design, it's not going to happen from A to Z. It's the small leap of improvement that will get me to that destination. And that's, one morning while I was struggling, I usually do my morning exercise. I just take a little walk, a little like jogging, whatever. And I was listening to music at first, but the music kind of got bored. So I started listening to the podcasts and all this like philosophy and all this kind of thing. And I came across his teaching one morning, and it just stuck to me. It's like, if you want to achieve something grand, it has to come with a small scale of improvement. And since then, it became my favorite teaching. And every day I come to the office, that's the mentality. So you know what? Let's not try to look 100 miles ahead.
Yep.
Let's just focus a small task we have. Like for example, every single product we make, I put the same philosophy into making the bag, so that whether somebody appreciates or not, it's not out of my control. My control is I make this bag with my utmost sincerity to the best we can, and that's our job. And what it gets, but I've been finding out when customers receive that product at the end, they notice it and they appreciate it. And that's how we were able to sustain 6 years without everything has just been word of mouth.
Right.
And so I'm sticking. I know his teaching works, so I'm sticking with it.
And it's not the bag. It's not the bag for every person, right?
It's not.
It's the bag for the person that says, like, I noticed that you braided the handle, and I noticed that you used actual brass.
Yes.
It's a person that sort of picks it up and appreciates. Like,
Yes.
this is somebody's literal handcrafting.
Yes.
And I think that's why people are so drawn to your product.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, it's our product is like, as you can see, my style. We're not about showboating. That's not who we are. And anybody who appreciates the quality and then the effort, and those are our clients, and we're happy. We're okay with it, because the way we see things is, we're not able to serve everyone. So those who understand, we're okay with.
Yeah, you're trying to serve that customer.